Hi. So I had to relaunch and let's see if you can hear me. So hopefully you can find me and that you're getting a notification. There was no sound, so I'm actually now launching up. Maybe you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me now. I'm using Zoom now, so I can hear myself. All right. If you're just jumping on, I saw two people. If you can just tell me if you can hear me or not in the messages below so that I can make sure my microphone is working. Yes. Hi, Christina. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think it's better, right? Let's see, you just commented. Let's see. Yes, can hear me. Okay, so that's what's so great about having people on and they tell you right away if they can't hear you. So I'm Dallas Piana. You're in Coaches Scaling Secrets and Strategies. We're back to our regular Lunch Learn Lives every Wednesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific times where you learn something useful or helpful for your business to move your business forward. So today, since it was such a heavy week last week with so much information being poured out in the workshop and bonus sessions, I wanted to do something more of a resource today. So think of, you know, like look at a scenario. Have you ever been on somebody's group, perhaps mine, in this group, and you're reading something and you're finding it very helpful and you're being absorbed, you're really like getting, into it, and the doorbell rings. So you run away to the doorbell. Maybe it was FedEx or, Upspin, or somebody's delivering you a post or a package, and you come back and you start working on something else, maybe creating content. And then it like comes back into your consciousness. Oh, I got to go back and read that post that Dallas wrote. So you go back to the group and now you can't find that post, right? And you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and you can't find it. And you just don't know what are the keywords to put into the magnifying glass to do a search. You're like, where is this? And you're upset, you're now wasting too much time trying to scroll and it's kind of like lost. And you're like, dang, now what? Okay. I think we've all been there, but what's so great, what we can do is we can take our post and make it easy for our readers, our prospects, our visitors, our audience to find things if we start putting things into what I call the file cabinet in the back of Facebook. I look at it as the unit section. There is a unit section in the back of your Facebook group, which I consider it my file cabinet, and I use it like a file cabinet. Okay, so to turn it on, you've got to go into settings, your group settings, and turn on the type of group you have. Is something called social learning. Okay, so somebody write social learning in the comments so that we can find that later. Okay, let me just blow this up so I can see what's going on here. Okay, great. So you've got to make the switch in your group settings to social learnings, and then the unit section will pop up for you. Okay, so what it is you can go in there and set up each area the way you want it to be set up. So I'm going to show you how I have mine set up. And you could do it any way you want, but I'm telling you, it's so wonderful because my visitors, my members of my group can go right back into my units group and search for information or lives I've done or posts I've done or resources, or even my testimonials are back there. They can find them much easier than going through post after post after post. Okay. And it is a concentrated way to keep people kind of engaged with you and going through all your content. Okay, once they see what's back there, like there's this gold mine back there that it's just like, you're the best of the best is you're putting back there in the unit section. At least that's how I set it up. So the first thing you can do is you can create a welcome, getting started video that you introduce people to your group. Okay, and maybe you pin that video to the top of your group. What you can also do is move it into your unit section. Okay, and it could be getting started, like how to use the group most effectively. Okay. What are the rules of the group? What can you find there? How often do you do workshops or conversion events or whatever you do? How often do you go live? What day do you go live? You know, you could use that as a welcome, getting started type of post. Okay. And you put it back there in the unit section and it can go into unit 1. Okay. And they list them out. Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know how many you're allowed back there because I have not run out of anything. The next thing is what I do is I set my units up into topic categories. Okay. So categories on lead generation, on engagement, on content creation. You know, what are the categories or topics that I provide content on? Okay. So I set it up. And then every time I go live, like tonight, today, right now, this is a resource um, type of training. It will go into something I called resource. So I have a unit called resources. So you can go back there and see what kind of resources I have put in for you if you're looking for a resource. Okay. And I love resources, you know, providing my information because I've already tested it, and anything back there that you see as a resource, I use. Okay. And I love. Okay. So you will see this training back there because it's about resources, how to use the unit section in Facebook. Who else is using the unit section? Are you guys using the unit section at all? Okay. So I label my things as categories or topics that I talk about. And every time I go live on a specific training, I then go up into the 3 buttons right above the live over on the right side, and I click on it and there's a drop down menu. Okay. And that's where you can decide, do you want to pin something to the post? And they don't call it pin it now, they call it announcement. So it gets pinned up to the top of your news feed. But it also allows you to edit if you want to add anything in the description box, you know, delete it, you know, all kinds of things you can do. But one of the choices is add it to the unit section. So if you click on that, it will list out drop down box of if you've already created your topic categories in your units, it'll show all of them, and you can just choose where you want to place that live or even a post. It doesn't matter, either or. Okay. And then you go in there and then you label it. So that's one thing I do. So I have my topic content. I have a unit section just for resources. So I have like my toolboxes back there, like all the third-party software I do is under something called Ultimate Toolbox Resource. So it has things like, I think, Aweber and ClickFunnels and PaperForm, things that I use like every day. Okay. And I have links in there to drive you over to the software site. And generally there's a free trial to get you started. So if that's something you want to use. And I think I have descriptions in there of what everything is. So I'll definitely be putting this back there. I also have back there Group Convert, which is like, I love Group Convert. Okay. Another section that I have, which you may want to consider, are success stories. So I have 2 types of success stories units going on. I have success stories or testimonials or reviews of my long-term program, okay, which is a year-long program. So I have testimonials from clients that have participated in it and gotten results. So people can go and read about them back there as they want. I also have testimonials, video testimonials of people participating in my workshop. So that's also back there. Okay, so I'm showing social proof. I'm using one of the unit sections to demonstrate social proof that I'm the real thing. Okay. And then another thing you could do is you could do case studies, which are, you know, if you were actually doing an interview with someone, interviews, you could list that back there. You can design it any way you want. Like, for instance, if you're someone that does, you know, you are a vegan lifestyle coach, maybe back there you would set up different type of recipes, okay, or what to know about different types of vegetables, or, you would set up your categories to what you teach on. All right. And the idea is to make Facebook, which is very chaotic and very, if you're not structured and you're not, disciplined, you'll be going down a rabbit hole. What you do with your unit section is really structure your trainings for your clients and for your members of your group, and make it easy for them to stay engaged with you. And so if the doorbell rings and they go, and they can come back and they know right where to go, where they left off in your unit section, and not trying to scroll through your news feed of your group, trying to find something. Okay. The other thing I've done is, if I'm holding a conversion event in my group, in my free group, like I did last week, I did a workshop. I actually created units for each day of the training, so that I uploaded the video and the homework feeds into the unit section, or else people would not be able to find anything. Okay. And also I left it open way past the 5 days to let people that couldn't watch live and were working or seeing clients or educating their kids or whatever, they had time to go back and watch the recordings at their leisure. Okay. And then I would let them know they're in the unit section, and actually gave them the link to the unit section. You want to make it easy for people, right? So that they will watch stuff. The more people are engaged with you, learning about you, following your lead, the more likely that they will actually work with you down the road. You are warming them up. They are starting to build trust with you. You're starting to build a relationship and connection with them, as the more they are kind of brought in, binging on your content. Okay. So for the free group, so welcome, getting started, topic categories of value, whatever that is for you. You can organize your posts very quickly in a reference type area back there. I have a resource section. I also have a success stories section and case studies. Okay. The other thing you can do is, as people are coming into your group, and they're telling you what their number one problem is or challenges in the questions, you can start a conversation with them in the messenger and say, hey, I've got a training on XYZ in the unit section. Do you want me to tag you? And they'll say, oh, yes, gosh, yes. Now, also for you, you just go to your unit section, find the live that you did, or the training you did, or the post you did, and you can easily tag someone. Okay. Instead of going through tons of your news feed trying to find that one post that somebody would like, or using the search bar. Okay. This just makes it so much easier. So is this making sense, you guys? Who's using, anybody using the unit section? Let's see. Yeah. Yes, Christine, all organized in the unit section. Now, let's say you have clients and you have a group, a private group just for your clients. Okay. So again, you can do a welcome, getting started, what you want them to do, next steps, how do you want them to proceed? Okay. You can actually set up step-by-step instructions in there. You can actually do all your modules in there. If you don't want to spend money on something like ClickFunnels and build out a membership site, you can actually build a membership site in the unit section on Facebook. Okay. You can definitely move people through a unit, and then under a unit, you have, 5 videos, and you want people to go through. You could even, they allow you to set, is this like, you've got to watch this before you move on to the next, and it keeps tabs on who has watched what. Okay. Now I don't use that feature, but some people do. You can organize your content again. You can do frequently asked questions back there that you find that keep coming up over and over in your program, so that somebody's not asking the same questions all the time. You could say, that question is in the frequently asked question area in the unit section. Go there to find the answer. Okay, you could do that. You could use that for it. You could also post your success stories of your clients and customers, testimonials, and also provide a resource list. Okay. So I would highly recommend, if you're not already using the unit section, you definitely want to use the unit section. And it's very easy. It's, right after I do this live, we'll move it over to the unit section. Okay. And label it ready to go into the resource section. So that is the tip for today. And I hope you find it useful. And if you're not already using the unit section, I highly recommend it. Your members of your group will really appreciate it for sure. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for today. See you around in the group. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.